Well, good afternoon, everyone. Or still morning, I guess. Good morning, everybody. It gives me great pleasure here. I'm John Yarmuth, representing the 3rd District of Kentucky, and I'm very proud to present to you one of our great constituents from Louisville, Specialist Troy Yocum. Troy?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Sure.
See if I can get louder. So, 6,100 miles now to get all the way to Washington, D.C. We left April 17th, 2010, all the way from Louisville, Kentucky. Walked all the way to Chicago, down to St. Louis, across the Rocky Mountains, through the desert, all the way to San Diego, California. Touched the ocean on Veterans Day. Since then, we've now walked all the way across through the desert again, across Texas, all the way to New Orleans, and now north to Washington, D.C., all to raise funds to help struggling military families. Over 2 years ago, I was sitting in the desert in Iraq when I received an email from my good friend, who also is an Iraq War veteran. And he lost his job and was really depressed, very suicidal. Very next day, I had a mandatory suicide prevention class where I learned that we set an all-time record high of suicide among veterans. And I said to myself that day, I'm going to do something big. I want to do something to help as many of these people as possible. And I started drawing all these large maps, thinking I could do it. I could walk across America and I could help as many people as possible. And it's not been easy. It's been a struggle to get to this point. But 6,100 miles down and just about 1,700 more to go. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And when we leave here, he's going to take another hike up to the top of the Capitol Dome. And that won't be the hardest thing you've done, but it'll be a good experience for you. Does anyone have any questions for Troy?
Congressman, what do you think is the importance of a hike like that?
Well, I think the most important thing is the awareness that it brings to the country and all the people he touches and meets along the way, that we really do have a largely forgotten element of our population, and that is the families of the men and women who are serving us so courageously. And as Troy mentioned, the cost to these families, both economically, psychologically, the divorce rates, the suicide rates are enormous. And I think we've tried to do a lot in Congress over the last few years to try and provide resources for military families, but we can never meet the needs that there are out there. This is our wars in Iraq and Afghanistan and our other ventures, military ventures. Only about 1% of the entire population is involved in the military. So it's important that we let the other 99% of the country know that there are people who are serving them and their families need help. And I just can't pay enough tribute to Troy and his wife, Marika, for this mission, which is not only to raise money, $200,000 so far? $200,000 that he's raised to help families, but also to bring awareness to the country that there are people out there who really need their help.
Congress is attempting to cut deficits and whatnot. Funding is a major issue. What more can Congress do at a time?
You know, budgets, government and budgets are all about values and setting priorities, and there is no greater priority that we repay the obligations that we have to the men and women who give up so much to protect us. There is no higher priority than that. So as we go through the budget process and we pay very strict scrutiny to every dollar that's spent, these are the dollars that we can't cut.
Yes.
Anything else? Great. Troy, thanks very much again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
We'll have a good climb.
Yes. You going to climb with me?
I'm not sure. It depends on the boat schedule.